Okay, today I just want to talk to you about whether you should consider doing Vipassana or not, whether it's a good idea for you or not. Here's what I think. I think if you are someone who already believes that meditation has benefit, you've probably some sort of meditation habit, maybe not a regular daily habit, but you sometimes meditate when you're feeling like it and you actually see the benefit of it, and you want to make this habit really strong, then I think Vipassana is definitely for you. But if you're someone who doesn't fully believe that meditation has that benefit or is useful for you, it works for you, then it may not be a good idea for you to consider Vipassana right now until you really, go through that journey. I know for a few years earlier, I used to be like, okay, I don't think meditation is for me. I kind of associated it with like being boring. Being in spirituality since childhood, I always thought, like when we talk about this equanimity and like the saints is someone who is not affected in different circumstances. My interpretation of it was it's boring. Like you become this person who's not as joyful and not as sad either. Like it has to go both ways. If you don't suffer, then you can't be even joyful, right? Which is way farther than truth. So I used to be someone who's like, no, I don't like meditation. It's not for me. I like conscious thought work. And for a long time I stayed there and I found my journey to it. But from the last 2 years, I've been trying to really develop this habit regular. Like I used to meditate for 20 minutes in the morning, but I wanted to do it for in evenings as well and do it for a longer period of time, but I struggled. And one of my intentions with Vipassana was that when I give myself that environment for 10 days and when everybody else is doing it with me and when there's a structure to it, I will thrive and I will be able to do that. And that's exactly what happened. Like giving myself those 10 days in structured environment with like everything planned out for me gave me that ability to learn it properly. And now after coming back, I've been able to meditate regularly in the morning and the evenings, right? So if you're someone who feels like meditation is working for you and you want to build that as a habit, I would really encourage you to give yourself these 10 days. I know the first reaction anyone has, like 10 days, oh my God, how am I going to do it? How are my kids going to survive? And how am I going to get off from work? That's what our brains do, right? Before we can even think of how like we make it possible, our brain wants to jump and tell us that it's not. And I just want you to hang in there and kind of really know these are just thoughts that are initial reactions from your brain. But the truth is, this work is really important. If you already know meditation helps you, you know how much energy you save when you're able to dedicate your like even a little bit of time to meditation. Now imagine learning, like doing the heavy lifting in those 10 days and coming back with a sense of that heavy lifting already done and it already started actually become a habit of yours where you can just come back and start to integrate this in your daily life. It will save you ton of energy. It will save you from ton of the overthinking and a lot of that suffering that you create with your action anyway. All the unproductive action that you do, it's going to take away that. So the question isn't like, oh my God, it's like 10 days, how am I going to take it out? The question, the thought mindset shift that I really want to offer you is like, even if you don't know how and when you're going to do that, just sitting with, it's important. What is it going to benefit me in? Like, why is it important for me to do this? Because once you're sold, once you know the importance of it, once you know what you're going to get out of that, you're going to prioritize it. In fact, that's the first hurdle you have to cross. Like, if this work is really important to you, if self-growth is really important to you, if you really care about how you feel day to day, what your experience of life is, then this is the first hurdle. Can you get yourself on board with prioritizing these 10 days? And, even though I know the importance of this work, even though I've been wanting to do it for like so many years, I have shifted my date of Vipassana, I think 3 times in the last few years, right? Because even for me, knowing this and actually this being my full-time business, literally, I could have easily taken out time before, but coupled with fear that I had of how am I going to meditate for 10 days, plus also 10 days is a long time, I kept procrastinating it, right? And I know, so I get it, like I totally get it. It's not easy, but you are already doing the hard things. So this is, if you can prioritize this, this is going to give you so much more when you're even willing to take the first step of, let me just sit with it's important. And this is really hard to do on your own. I can tell you, like, knowing all the tools, I still, for example, even need coaches to help me implement the same stuff that I help my clients, right? So we all need support. Our brains are way too smart for us, so we need support. So when I was thinking about meditation, building a meditation habit on your own, it's hard. It is really hard. So I was like just thinking, imagine like these 10 days, if you're willing to take out this time, these 10 days, like just imagine how easy it gets. All you have to do is make one decision of these 10 days, signing up for this. And then those 10 days, everything is done for you. Like, you have no phone, no distractions, no social media, no internet, no kids to take care of, no responsibilities, nobody calling you, nobody wanting something from you, nothing going, nothing requiring your attention. You don't need to cook, you don't need to clean up. Like, the food is literally, really good food is literally in front of you to nourish you. All you gotta do is just have time with yourself. I mean, isn't that exciting for me? That part was also exciting, that I get to spend that entire time with myself. And you don't even have the responsibility or the social requirement of making an eye contact with anyone. Like, you are with hundreds of people doing this together in a very, very structured environment, which is set up exactly to make you successful and learn this. But you also have no requirement to talk to them or make an eye contact or smile. I mean, that just gives you so much space to focus on this. It doesn't get any better than this. I would just say, if you have a space like that to help you build that meditation habit that's going to serve you for a lifetime, why not? And it's free, right? Like, you can cancel it anytime if you don't feel ready for it yet. So I think the first step really is for you to tell yourself, no, I really want to do this and it's important. Once you do that, then you could maybe start with just seeing what are the slots, because you generally need like a 2 to 3 month waiting period to book. And you can tell yourself, I can wait, I can cancel if I don't want to do it, or if something else comes up. But just the step by step, getting yourself into a space of this is important, it can happen, I can do this, can make a lot of difference. And one of my clients has signed up already. I'm celebrating her as well, and I just wanted to share this experience with you. If this can inspire you a little to go towards making meditation a regular habit and be able to give yourself that relief from trying to do it all on your own. Okay, hopefully this is helpful. Goodbye.